I represent the Council for Footwear, Leather and Accessories, which is representing the interest of footwear industry, particularly from the retail perspective. In the recently announced, GST regulations and taxes, the government has announced there will be 5% tax on shoes below 500, and above 500 there will be shoes which are more than 500. There will be 18% GST. The council was advocating for a 5% uniform GST rate across all price points from the last more than 1 year, meeting all the stakeholders, ministers in the state. But in fact, the government has, put almost 18% tax. So this is something which the industry is a little disappointed. But what is the silver lining which the government has done, which is good for the industry, is that there are no exemptions which the government has given based on prices or whatsoever. There was no discrimination also in the GST, because in the past there was several layers of taxes in terms of materials or prices. So that has been taken away. So the good part is, from the government perspective or our perspective, is that we are on the common platform where there is no exemption and there is no discrimination. But what we are most worried about is the product above 500, especially between 500 and 1,000. We see the unorganized sector will thrive again, and there is a possibility of evasion between the price points for 500 and 1,000, because there is a sharp and steep difference between 5 and 18%, because on one slab is 500. So if you have shoes 600, then to pay a 13% more tax, I don't think that is going to happen. So we see a large scale possibility of evasion in those price points. And above those points, leather was already at 6% excise duty in the past, and there was 30% abatement. So the net excise duty was 4.2%, but now adding 9% as CGST, so there's a 5% clear benefit to the government at the cost of the manufacturer or consumer. So I suspect that in the next couple of months, because each and everyone is struggling with the GST rates, and everybody is redefining its pricing policy. But I suspect in the next 2 to 3 months there will be at least 5 to 10% price increase in shoe segments, either between 500 and 1,000 or even above 1,000, particularly in leather or non-leather as well. Well, as far as GST implementation is concerned, let me put that fact here that we are using SAP since 2000. So all our back end as well as front end is connected through an IT network which is seamless. So as far as the GST is concerned, there are a lot of solutions available already which are existing already. We just need to reprogram our whole IT systems, which we have already done. So we are fully ready for GST execution or GST implementation or rollout from our company, either from manufacturing perspective or from the retail perspective. We don't see any challenge. But I see a lot of challenges in the mom and pop retail stores, or especially at the SME suppliers or vendors, or even job workers who are now in the same tax bracket or at least in the same taxation regime. So there we need to do a lot of work, because they are our partners. So maybe we need to educate them, we need to handhold them, we need to guide them, and that's what we are doing also. This is for the first time in the independent India, there is a big reform on the taxation. So all the taxes of states and center, they are finally subsumed into one tax, which is one nation, one tax. So I think on a short-term basis, yes, there will be a lot of pains to the industry in general, who are not organizing themselves and they are waiting for the last minute for things to change. They will be the one who will be laggards. But those who are organized or they want to be organized, they will be the one who will be the biggest beneficiary. So I see for the next 6 months there will be some turbulence. It's like you have monsoon weather, there's a turbulence. So there's a turbulence for the next 3 to 6 months, depending on the sector you're into. But thereafter there will be smooth sailing. And I only can see the takeoff is there. Now we will be airborne and there will be some turbulence, but thereafter it will be smooth sailing, smooth journey.